Hi there, Steve Kaufman here again to talk about language learning. And I want to talk about something that I often think of and I've been meaning to do a video on, and that is what I would call the placebo effect in language learning. Placebo, Placebo, that's what they call the sort of, when they test a new medicine, they typically give, say, half the people they're testing the new medicine, and another half a placebo, which looks like the medicine, but in fact doesn't have any medicinal ingredients. Um, and when they test people, they find that if there are three groups, let's say those who took the medicine, those who took the placebo, which is an imitation medicine, and those who took nothing, that if the medicine is effective, then the people who took the medicine will do better. The people who took the placebo will do next best, and the people who did nothing do less well. So even those who think they have the medicine are going to do better because our belief in the power of say, a pill or something influences us, because everything inside us is influenced by how we feel, what we think. And in language learning, it's exactly the same way. I know that I'm a better language learner today in my 70th year than I was at the age of 16, because I know I can do it and I'm confident that I'm going to succeed. But it's not only that. I know that the method I'm using is effective. I know that reading is very good for my language learning. Right now, I'm reading a long novel in Spanish. It's called Dime Quién Soy, and it's a very interesting spy thriller. It takes place in a historical, Civil War in Spain, Second World War and stuff. But I know that just the fact of reading this book is going to do so much for my Spanish, improve it. I'm exposing myself to certain patterns, to words and stuff. But if I don't believe that reading is good for my Spanish, and right now I'm not really working on Spanish, it's just that I happen to come across this book and I'm reading it. But it was the same when I was learning Czech. Very early on, I started reading this book on Czech history, even though there were a lot of words that I didn't know and which I didn't look up. But I know from experience that and because I have some sense of the history, so as I read through this thing, it's not only enjoyable, but it makes me feel good because I know that it's going to improve my Czech. So now some of you may not like to read. I happen to believe that reading and then listening, when you don't have the ability to focus on just the one task, but I happen to know that that's very effective. I believe it's very effective. Now, if you believe other things are effective, if you believe that Pimsleur is effective, if you believe that Asimil is effective, if you believe that Anki is effective, whatever it is, if you believe it, that's going to help you learn. Our attitude towards the task, as I've said so many times, that we like the language, that we're confident and stuff, but even to the extent that you have to believe in the method, the learning method. And one of the difficulties we have at Link is to persuade people that just by doing the things that we ask them to do, just by reading and listening and saving words and reviewing these words, and then eventually talking to people, that's going to improve their language skills. If they don't believe that, A, they won't stay with it, but B, it's that placebo effect, just as with these tests of the effectiveness of medicine. If you believe in the medicine, if you believe in the method, you will do better. So whatever your favorite method is, believe in it and stay with it, and you will learn better. So, by the way, one final thing, I'm happy to do some of these in other languages. Which languages would you like to hear me speak in? Spanish, Chinese, Japanese, French, Russian, German, Swedish, whatever. Let me know. I will try my best, even in fact, if I happen to stumble while speaking in those languages. Bye for now.